Hello guys and hello traders. We have updated our new version of Pips Plus Price Action EA to 2.2 version. So this video is a part 2 from the previous version that we have given to you tutorial strategy on this price action EA. Alright. So what is the update of this new version? So we have updated and adding in the new control or new function from this to price action EA. So number one is max spread pips. So this function is to control the spread of your EA of this EA during opening a trade. So number two, we are also adding in the slippage value. So the slippage control, so that the moment that you enter the trade, you won't go slip so much on your trade from this EA, right? So from this video, at the end of this video, we go through this video because we also share with you the timings, how to change your time and the suitable time to trade this EA, to open up this EA. I will share with you on that on tester, right? So the best settings, the best timings that you can use that, especially during news, right? So because this EA is mainly, we will use this especially on high volatility market, especially when there is a news and shoot up shoot up market or shooting down, right? So this is the best or trending market. So this EA we designed is suitable for especially during news trade and news trading, high volatility market. So we will share with you also the although it is already shared in the previous video, but we will share with you on trailing profit settings, SL calculation, and the most special thing is the strategy of diversification, how to diversify on different currency pairs, right? So watch out with that. Go through with this video, so make sure you subscribe so that you will have more tutorials later on, right? So go through with me guys on this video or on my screen. Okay guys, so already here in my screen here. So what you do now is I will share with you directly on the tester how this functions works, right? If you haven't have this EA yet, the copy of here, so just go through in this website blog.forexpipsplus.com. So and then choose the here price action EA Pips Plus price action EA, and then just download this directly here, and then click this one or click the bottom. So this is the tutorials or the settings, the functions of descriptions of the EA, right? So just opening up that and then extract that to your desktop or anywhere, right? So you have also the settings, the presettings files that you can use, right? Okay, right. So back to our MT4. Okay, now we're gonna click this one here, how to use this EA. So what is the main update of this EA? So the main update is the max spread pips and the slippage, right? So if we enable this one, so it will enable your max spread. So what is the purpose of the max spread is you control this EA the moment that he enter the trade. If your broker is higher spread or higher slippage of these two functions, it will not open a trade, it will come out with an error, right? So I will share with you. So by the way, the rest of these functions here, I already have this training on the other video, on the part 1 video. So just go through that another video, how it works, right? Okay, now I will concentrate here mainly on max spread and some other settings, some other best settings and strategy that I can share with you later on, right? And also the timings, as what I said, right? So let's say I will put this spread to 1. I will share, we will see how this EA behave if you tighten the spread. Is it the broker will or still opening up trade or not? So you can see that over here. So the spread, there's an error here, right? So the spread is 3 and your max spread is 1. So it doesn't opening up any trade, right? Look at this. Even though you're setting up the time of this EA, so it doesn't opening any trade. It's because you are controlling the spread so that you won't lose so much on the spread, right? And slippage. So that is how this EA works, right? If you say put 3, because as what it says that 3 is just now is 3 is the highest, right? Okay, I will on that back. right? So you can see that over here, still at 3 out of 3. So the AA or the expert advisor is not opening any trade as well. Is because of is this equal, or maybe it's some disability. You look at that, it's 3 out of 3, so it doesn't opening any trade. So we will see that no opening trade, so it just controlled, right? And then maybe put 4. We will see whether it will go in through. All right. Okay, look at this one. So look at that. It is opening now a trade. You see that? This is opening a trade after we change to 4. So means your EA is very specific on the max spread. It's because you are setting that, right? All right. So that is how it works. It's just opening up trade after we change that value, right? So by the way, there's another settings, another function that we adding in this EA is the margin level management. So if the margin level management, if you use too much of this EA, I mean the lot size, it will stop for you from opening any trade. So let's say how it works. Let's say the default value is 2,000, and then maybe I will change that to 100,000. I want to save my account to 100,000. What is the error? Is it after I opening a trade? Is it is still you're still opening a trade even though you are after you opening a trade, right? So let's see what is the error after the trade is opening up, right? So right, so the moment it opened the trade here, you can see that there is a margin level. It's about 100,000. The margin level is 100,000, so it won't opening up a trade until you close this trade, right? So there's a lot of control this A that we adding in to have your account safe, right? So this is a very safe EA or robot expert advisor. So don't be worried, because you have lots of control, right? If you put back to 2,000, and then you also have stop loss. So that's how it works. So if you have stop loss, you control your stop loss on how much percentage that you want. Okay, so we are covering already the spread marks and the slippage, and also the margin level management to control your account from over trading, right? Using this EA. So it's a very good EA, and very good to control your account to make safe, right? Okay, now we covered the timing. So this timing, how I will share with you how to maximize this timing. All right. Okay, now I'm putting it here in a 9:16. So that means I'm opening up a trade of start trading at 9 a.m. from the market server here, right? You can see this is market watch. This is a server broker. All right, server time, and then that's the what you set here. You say you are, because I'm using here with GDP USD. GDP USD means it opening up at 9 a.m. in the UK market, and then will stop at 1600 hours, right? So this is because I'm using GDP. You can change the timings, it's up to you. All right, so that's the thing here, right? So let's say I will share with you the 9 to 16, right? Is it the A will opening up at 900 to 1600, right? Okay, run it. So as you can see that here, you can see that the time here 9, okay, it's opening up trade now, and then now is 14, 15, 16. After that is, after this one will be closed. So after the trade is closed, so the AA is not opening a trade after that time, right? So it means you control the time until you could close that particular EA. By the way, this EA, if you opening up a trade on that particular pair, it won't open new trade unless you could close that particular trade. So be careful so that it won't opening up any trade until you close that. So you can see that the next day of this time, so 8, 9, so it's opening up a trade, new one. You can see that it's opening up trade again, and then you see that, look at that. See, so I will share with you this later on. Okay, that, see, so after 23, okay, it's not opening a trade anymore. So that is how this EA works on the time, right? So this is how why the we set this, because you want to be a specific time on based on currency whereby the high volatility and the news time is opening at that particular currency pairs. So you can base that back to forexfactory.com, which currency and which time is having a timing, right? Having time and opening, right? So we already covered that. So next I will cover with you the that's the best time, right? So what if I want to be a specific time on based on the news? I want, because this is suitable for the news. Let's say I'm using GDP USD on a 530, whereby 530 is equivalent to about 10:30 in server time here. So I will change that to 10:30, because normally this 10 about it 10:28, and then 10:30 here, or 10:32. So I will be specific on this time only, that the EA will trade for me on this time only, right? I won't trade anytime. I will just trade on this particular time when GDP USD will opening the market, right? Or this is a news, and I will expired PO, which is 2 hours after opening a trade. If doesn't hit, I will expire that after 2 hours on the buy stop and sell stop, right? I will share with you that, right? So remember that is 10, we are setting that 10, right? So it's 10:28 here. So it is opening up only at a 10:28, right? Okay, look at that. It's already earning. All right. So we already earn $10 here. So the moment that it laps that 10:28, it doesn't open up a trade anymore. So it waits for another day to open up a trade, right? So look at that. It's opening up based on a specific time that you set, right? So next day is 7, 8, 9. So another 10 is opening up trade anymore again. And then look at that. So see that? Right. So they open up a trade. So it is closed. Okay. So that's how it works, right? Okay, now I will share with you on the trailing profit. So some of you said, I'll try this EA. I get a lot of queries from my clients that they say that why I set that at stop loss at 100 pips and then I put TP at 100 pips, but why it closed earlier? It is because of the trailing profit, right? The trailing profit is very important because we need to lock your profit before the market reverse back and hits your TP stop loss, right? So this is how we engineered this EA, because we are traders, we know where it is, right? So that is how it works. So we are setting that trailing profit of 10, and then we stop at 10, and then every steps of 10, every 10, then you have 10. So okay, right, I will share with you how that it works, right? So you can see that here. Okay, this opening up already, right? So you can see that here it's already opening the market here. Is hits our sell stop. So now it going down. Oh, that's fast, right? So we will wait for another time based on the settings. So you can change the time that you can change that further on a longer time that they will trade on that particular day, right? Okay guys, as you can see that over here it's already opening up a trade, right? So then slowly down, so that is 10 pips, so it locks your profit at 10 pips here, and then the market is keeps going down further, right? So that is how, okay, let's say we will see that this is the trailing profit, the 10 pips further, right? So if the market is keeps going down further, so it will see that, so it locks your profit about 30 pips now, right? So this is how before the market reverses and your TP has been changed to what is the latest trailing profit, right? So see that the moment reverse, so you already earned $40 on, it's about 40% 4%, right? 4% from your capital, right? So that is how this EA works, the trailing profit. So right, so that is how the trailing profit works. Okay, now I will share with you the calculation on the stop loss, right? So how much the value that you can possibly, because in the market there is no 100% in the market that they will say that 100%, no such thing as 100%, but you can have an advantage how to use and manipulate the market, right? Okay, now I putting here about 100 pips. It's up to you. You can change this. You can choose to 50. You can change to 200. You can change to 100. This is 100 pips on the stop loss. All right, now I'm using that over here with, as you can see that here, I'm using 0.1 lot with 1,000 amount account, right? This is just a tester, right? So 1,000, that means that, oh, okay, 100, that means that 0.01, I'll be losing $100. Why? It is because of, let's say, 0.01, that means in my broker, 5 digits, I will be, in 0.1 here, that is $1 each pips, right? So it means that $1, okay, I'll delete this one first. $1 multiplied by 100 pips, that is $100, right? So that means that I'll be losing $100 here if the market reverses on my thing, right? So that's good that you have a trailing start so that you can maximize the trailing profit, right? So that is how this, the important thing is you are losing only based on your stop loss, based on your account size and your lot size that you use, right? What if I will be using 0.01, right? So that means if you're using 0.01, 0.01 means in 5 digit you will be having 1 pip is equivalent to 1 cents, right? So multiply by 100 pips, so you have $10 loss. So you'll be losing $10, right, for this trade. So that is how you calculate your stop loss. Okay, so make sure to put stop loss because we don't know what going to happen to the market. So it's good to have a smaller lot size, but you can have that later. I will explain to you on diversification strategy on how to use it, right? Okay, guys, so that's good, and then we already around there. So you can change this particular time here. You can put 10, then you can end it with 1600. Then so the A will opening up that based on the time, right? So look at that, right? So you're already earning $40 on your 1,000 with just one time trade. So how good is it? But definitely you have also risk. So you think about risk also. If you're willing to risk about, for these settings is about $100, about 10% of your account is up to you, right? So it's up to you. You can change that, and then see that. So that's how the money management works. If you're willing to lose that amount, then although high risk, you have also high return, right? So I didn't encourage these settings, but it's up to you, right? You can have, so you got this one. The time is waiting for another day to come in. So if you can check this only in one day, right? So you can see that date. The date is 2/9. You see that if that's the time that, see, just one day happening, you already earned $50 from your 1,000. How good is it? But I didn't encourage you on the profit alone, but you think of it also on the risk, whereby you also lose 10% if this is upside down, right? Opposite side. See that? So that's good. That's how it's good, right? So look at it. You also lose, right? Okay, guys. So that is for GDP USD. All right. And then if let's say we'll be using gold. So another thing for this EA is, this EA is really good in the pairs of volatility market, especially in gold as well, right? If you use gold, by the way, if you wanted to use presettings, I also included that in presettings. You can see that over here in your copy. During your download, we have adding it that. So how you add that particular here in your tester here, we cannot use that presets. So the preset here, we can check that over here. Then okay, and then go with that here. Then you load here. This is the preset. So you see that. So during your download time, right, you can see the presets here. The preset, the uh, file that we inclusive, the preset files, right? So you can set that here, change this. You can just click that on a gold set. You can see the gold one here, right? So the gold is different setting compared to GDP. We have to add in one more zero as per our instruction here. So for gold, you need to add in one more zero for each pips that you choose, right? Means that if you put one pips is equivalent, you need to put 10, right? So this is how this EA is. Okay, now, so presets, you can use that, or you can change, but you can do by your own, right? Okay, let's say gold. I want to share with you the gold, right? So if let's say you put here 5, because this is in pips, you're going to put 50, and then here 50 as well, 50, and lot size is the same. So the take profit, if it is 100, you got it become 1000, right? But it's still the same value because gold is is another thing, right? Okay, 4 means 40, right? Slippage is 10, or you can put it a little bit of 10 1 as well, because the slippage is during news time, right? So your trailing as well will become 100. This one become 100, right? So this is the main portion here, mainly on the pip settings. If you choose gold to trade using this EA, right? Be careful, right? Make sure that you follow this. Okay, let's see that here. It's the same settings, but you just need to add in one more zero for gold. So gold is a very crazy. That's why this EA is suitable for gold, right? So okay, I will change the time. It's because of this time. Okay, 10:16. This should be fine. So wow, okay, look and see that there's no trade opening. It's because of your spread is 50, right? So remember the spread, it was being controlled by your spread. So I will put it 50 for these settings, because my broker, it uses 50 from the tester itself. It's not on the real live account. From the tester, it shows that 50 you need to use, right? 50 means about 5 pips. Okay guys, so in gold as well is the same thing. You just need to add in another zero from there, and then you can see that the moment that open up a trade, right? So it's already opened up a trade here, and then okay, look at that. So it also covered the trailing profit. So you can see that the trailing profit here, right? Okay, so it's already close. You see, it's already change the SL to become your TP here from the time from the entry point, right? That is a good thing for this EA. So it changed as well, right? After another 10 pips, okay, it's around 20 pips, 2 times change, right? Because we say, look at that, it's the same, right? So that is a good thing for this EA, especially on there's a news and high volatility. This EA is really good because we are using buy stop and sell stop mode. So the moment that the market is opening up, which one is hit either buy stop or sell stop. So one of it, say it hits the sell, it will close the buy stop mode, right? So that's the good thing here. Okay, now talking about diversification strategy. Now, so from here you can see that because in the market it doesn't have 100% strategy that really happening, right? So don't trust anyone that telling that there is 100% strategy. No such thing. Okay, especially in this EA, I will share with you how you can let's say now you are using $1,000 or more than that, right? And then you are willing to lose only 10%. Or if you want to lose 10%, what if we will divide that to times 10? Okay, 10 times, right? So that means you will be losing 0.1, right? Okay, that is if you're using 0.1 here, and then your SL here 1,100, right? For if we are using GDP USD. If let's say you are using 100, so 0.1 cents multiplied by 100, you are losing because you cannot escape from having losses in the market. Definitely have, but you can have it by every currency pairs that this EA will open. The maximum losses that you're going to lose is $10, right? So what if, because your current your capital here, or your capital is 1,000, and if you lose with $10, it's just 1% from your account, right? And then you can use different types of currency pairs. 5 pairs. You can use gold. Number one, if gold, you limit 1% of each trade, right? That is your losses. It's not so pain because it's also earning, right? You also earning in each trade. Not all your trade is been losing, right? So one pair, you put that with what, 1%, right? Another pair maybe GDP USD, 1% as well. So another pair Euro USD, okay? Euro USD is another 1% as well. Also $10 from your account, right? Another pair is USD Canada, right? It's also during high news we have videos on that GDP USD Canada, whereby Canadian dollar, whereby it's also shooting up very good, right? So let's say you have you just consider about three pairs. You are lose if this, if 100%, let's say all trades will be closing on these 3 pairs, you only lose $30, or about 3% from your amount of your account, right? And then most of it is also earnings, right? So that's good enough. So that's why diversification is really good. If you lose on one pairs, if you lose on one pairs like Euro USD, but you are earning on gold, you're earning on GDP USD, so it's good enough, right? So you can lose on some other pairs, but you can win from other pairs, right? So that is a good thing for strategy on diversification strategy, whereby you can you don't need to concentrate on one pair, but you can leverage that to another pair, right? So I hope you guys understand this concept. So make sure that you put stop loss and use the diversification strategy with lower lot size, and then it's just good enough. Your account will be last long. Definitely will be last long, right? So I hope you guys learn this video, and then make sure to subscribe and share. If you, make sure check on our other videos that we are sharing on this channel. Okay, thanks a lot guys, and happy trading.